Dima former Vice President Dr. Bawumia anosaye flag bearer ede ema osunkuko amanyuku MPP 2024 yene no entwetwe enkomo Uncle Dennis me watching
Boko me do boss na ye
boko na also
I don't know the show.
I see me to nka na ache na da utu kwan na
What town they just all when chia they are buying in go for you on for 1,000 help for you answer. So ninti we shall calculate answer with you.
San we pip they all quiet no
we want to we am run to sell she don't so let you with your food on so what we and the tomato food on so na
I might estimate to see as if there will be upward adjustment on the first.
As I just say also one nanti be sure baby am so one nanti be sure.
Na pai.
But they keka kona there.
Na yewura Dr. Bawumia ye bie nkrata mu se obi a wo pepa se obedi party nanim na wako e de agi to me 2028 elections no wo mefa forms na yewura Bawumia ne hihye te sen.
Oh baba me I think say ade ba ko na ye certain. Let me say Dr. Bawumia in the next few days no obey announce it the way to contest the elections and they are very certain. But say nomination process na e kwa wumpa kama you know before our session on to turn them NTB and obey announcement na for the adinema session so
eti pacho obefa forms nda bay
meant to me more the exact way. Nobody goes to tell me. I say, oh, you'll be the first few people on the answer. And then also, but I'm real, you know, by the time kaka.
I see. Now, Mammy Musadiwi, but once other candidates be a you or mutinum near the idea, but the M one say 2024. And now candidates no rally behind. Dr. Excellency Dr. Bawumia so betimi agi to me afa ko wie ya sa nipa ya no morally behind him no asa atwa ase e be contest bi does it mean say no munyi ni na mum they were whipped say mun ko dina chikeka na say wo ma hunu bibi susufo
so they be so in politics there is all about ambitions politicians to do na quite say police ejuma police dey be a police mun corporate kra the dice on it will be IGPAB. Mewa. And see, Obi Oha and ne Oko contest. So contest on a sort of where the care reading also be do it on a wedding. So contest on where we need. And see, some to me campaign my NDC candidate. Some to me campaign my CPP candidate. And I want to think I say Obeko independent. And see, obviously, you know, you have support Nipa na party no upon but I don't say I'm refu for ba na say the say akopa flag barrier bi mu nipa nin to me nka say ono an kasa so be ko bi it doesn't necessarily there's no direct connection between that and whether ogidi o nipa ni mu ana so ni gidi obi o ha na dwemu nya na say politics yi baby amaya ba bedri em say me so me fe no kwa na ekono generation no eno ani nti say sambre man fa me ho ankwan kodum na ekebu wan ha na by the time Dr. Bawumia be wiene dey na me so me time atwum nti me so me ko try my luck nti try your luck there say nti I think say that's basically what is happening but there's no direct relationship between say obi support in the previous elections no contest nti dia or no wasam I know there's no direct way with that there be
na Dr. Bawumia se ye biem ye nim se nkopim January na manfo asi adwene obi a wotie okay from there unu se ha de moada romanti egofo tie edien ena ye hwa nimu emfamfi wo who is the new Bawumia
for 2 levels
okay
for the people of this country and the new patriotic party omo edikan ya power mo franka tunim Yanka MPP Frank Atunusem home as a mechanic. for MPP near OTA. You know, kasi yaba opposition. The guy is sworn in and that's when I say, you know, ebaba power back. No, they are here any MPP ni biya OT will be able to catch or say, they here no, and they say party no, ever since to me in the 2028 elections. And one the most important thing that MPP ni biya so. Dr. Bawumia any nipa and I can't see a woman, any you corner a woman. No. But never say, the biggest opportunity and I said the biggest chance to victory in 2028. Nema me and sa na ejina so. Ono no the most prepared candidates amongst the thousands of possible candidates away a party. Dr. Bawumia is the most prepared candidate to be ready for a contest in the next 1,200 or so days against the National Democratic Congress. The entire makers are say, "Ne uni obi kwa kensi na mo kwa pray bibia." Ohwe nipa na ho den ene ne sinto na wo so dia show. Dr. Bawumia in our party today, without doubt, is the most experienced politician, without doubt, and the experience, it comes in different several variables. Longevity, and I say, if you do a wire can, but the account pans were a kasi mupa level and pempens were why politics a jumano, our party in your mind, monofo. About the count until the sign indicators in our boom, it makes him the most experienced. Say, you knew be aware of frontline politics and now. We are Mampini John Dramani Muhammad Sinchen Krawa my way more. Or we are actively involved in politics today. A cross our experience than Dr. Bawumia Krano. While you're running mate for 2008 elections, 2012 elections, 2016 elections, 2020 elections, or running national level elections at the presidential level for 4 elections. There is no doubt in this country, say, a lot of people will tell you, say, the MPP successes in 2016 and 2020, Dr. Bawumia played a very integral role in that. Since I was a vice president for 2017 to 2020, I was a vice president from 2021 to 2024. At the highest level of this country's politics and governance, and the active players involved, are Dr. Bawumia and John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency. And they say John Dramani Mahama it means that Dr. Bawumia remains the most experienced in our body politics today at that highest level. At that highest level. The entire keep saying at that highest level, and they say, Obi wa with deep police station executive and as a constituency executive from 1992. So
yeah.
Why from 1992 we're deep police station chairman, with the electoral area, with the constituency, not some position and a secretary and a treasurer and a chairman. That person has a lot of years of experience. Yes. But we not bar now the level of politics in the it puts Dr. Bawumia ahead. Because for Dr. Bawumia, 16 years out of the 34 years of so I fought Republic democracy he has been playing the politics at the fore of the Ghanaian politics. Now, in say Dr. Bawumia is the face of vice president my way. To the extent as we speak, and it is even becoming challenging and difficult for the current vice president to even gain as much prominence as Dr. Bawumia had. Dr. Bawumia brought a lot of relevance to the office of the vice president. And see, as we speak, say a partner, see a case ye pobia, why ye ready? Say obetumi are running national campaign at the presidential level. On here, maybe no they are ready. Dr. Bawumia. O mine and Casanso, I can say, yepe, Mampenia, ye fit 2028 to 2032. Why ye ready? On here and check say, Bia answer. What prepare no that one be Bia. Dr. Bawumia. Don't forget, and so say, we as a political party, we want a winnable candidate. Candidate obi to me, obi to me aji to me aiden. Amai, Dr. Bawumia. On my way, say you better politics, any elections, not any emotions, any assumptions, not any data, any historical facts in the better. In the to say, Dr. Bawumia amongst all the people who are running, and I may have the better chance. Obi wako elections. The first attempt at elections in this country was, a friend is saying, as a candidate in this country, was in 2024 elections. When you have 41.7 votes, 41.7% of the votes. His first attempt. Others had done it before, they got 39%, 34%. He got 41.7%. Others have done it for the first time and gotten less.
But we like I said, our BAM was then vice president. Now, what mean minimal votes now? It caused to worry. And now, what is asking we do that?
Omampeni John Dramani Mahama no ye Mampeni. So no one can say Omampeni in 2016 and so lose elections. One say Kwamba and we knew with over 1.7 million votes. That is why I'm saying say you have assumptions in Kasabium. It was a can come up, but a assumption.
Sure.
The facts which is there for us, because when the facts are there, you don't rely on assumptions. So your assumption is right. It could be a possibility. However, there are facts. And so when the facts are available, it negates the assumption. You no longer work with the assumptions. The fact of the matter is that, say, an issue of, say, Obi or Mampenia, Bedi, Chidonia, set a coalition away, we near. It's me a problem. False. Because there is evidence, say, o Mampeni nan kasakra kwa batu o manindusiye. But o sansu san kwa bae, ebedi o Mampeni. Why do you think that the NDC in their wisdom refused to change a president that was a seated president, that had been an acting president, had been a vice president, and lost elections by, at the time, unprecedented 1 million votes, and yet they decided to say they'd be Sano? It was because the NDC were clear in their mind, say Obiko Abatwo, not say, Unya 41.7% of the voter. It means that over 41.7% of the voters in the country who have confidence in him. Nejuma Akane say, Oba convince an additional 9%. No, we didn't kunim. And see, if you are such a winnable person in Dr. Bawumia, all we need is to convince an additional 9% of the country's votes to vote for him. You don't throw him away and assume, say, Yankofa Kwame Nkrumah tikesi mbra number started. No, you need so ko benya 20% to, so benya 30% to, so benya 50% to, so benya 60% to. Again, the facts of the matter and the historical trends in Ghana, me say, apart from Omampeni John Dramani Mahama, now Oye acting president in 2012 or election for the first time of winning, we've not ever had a candidate run an election for the first time in this country and won. And see, I don't know be taking our risk, I don't know be taking our assumption, when the present facts and data and historical way nature trend in nature say, Nipana wako be pen. Although Mr. My airline Makoto Obama, Kwame Nkrumah tikesi penya. That's a Kwame Nkrumah tikesi ko elections. The likelihood say metumi asen ato ama no higher than say obi foforo kra na eba. Nti as a party, yenimre to be able to risk and use assumptions when we have the facts facing us. Say all we need in Dr. Bawumia is 9% of the vote of this country, and he will be president. Then we quickly run and go and look at the trend. Now over the period, on my way, your vote pattern how is it like? Then you realize that almost all the presidents are Yenya, almost all the presidents are Yenya. They built on their past elections to get to the presidency. Omampeni Kufo, Oko 98, 96, Wenya. And about 2000 Obenya, 2000 Obama, 96 Okotia, on former president Rollins are not yet incumbent president Okoye. And that was Omampeni Kufo first time. Into as a first timer, he lost. Rollins within here. And then Omampeni Kufuor came into the 2000 elections as a second time candidate. This time, Obatia, first time candidate, Professor Tamils. Professor Tamils, as a result of being a first time candidate, lost. Omampeni Kufuor won the 2000 elections. Then, Omampeni Kufuor won 2004 again. In 2008 elections, Omampeni Kufuor mbre aso. Just as Omampeni John Dramani Mahama mbre aso. This elections, friend is saying after this elections, you know. And now MPP who being here say be candidate for NDC for realize that a Omampeni Professor Mills and he attorney that then any be any no baby obviously be our turn elections are about visibility, are about image identification, are about name identification. And see, almost saying repeat Professor Mills in the 2008 elections. And guess what? Because Professor Mills at that time was running for the third time against another Danko Ekufuor candidate who is coming for the first time. Again, the electoral trends and the political science was at play. It's in another Danko Ekufuor being a first timer, lost the 2008 elections. Professor Mills won the 2008 elections. Then Nana Danko Ekufuor now counts back into the elections. How many times? 2012, 2008 he lost, 2012 he lost, then 2016 on the third attempt he won the elections. Why did the MPP repeat on Ekufuor? Because the MPP was very clear in their minds all that period. Say, see, I can say yes, son, another Danko Ekufuor. They say, yeah, 3 years na kwechiri. Because at any point in time, I had the candidate for Bebano. Now, or constate free zero. Until we need to get the consistency in our candidates to ensure, say, we are building on what he has done to win election. By the time we got to 2016, everybody in this country, just as it happened for Tamils in 2008, everybody in this country was ready for another Dankwa Ekufuor presidency because they have heard his message, they know him, they've seen him, we have a similar scenario as a new patriotic party in the 2028 elections. Now, the Amaya say, unlike in the past, Omampeni was no ever 2 terms in Tinka. After the first attempt by Bawumia, he will be going against an incumbent president. We have a president who will be exiting after the 2008 elections. It is a NDC for Pew. Omu here first timer. No, I'll be running 2028 elections. That is where the MPP's advantage is. An NDC first timer versus a Dr. Bawumia, who is a well-established politician, well-known. Every Ghanaian in everywhere in this country knows his name, knows his face, knows his message, his vision, what he represents. That is the winnable candidate in Dr. Bawumia. Then the third point, which is the third leg, the formidability of Dr. Bawumia. As a party, you hear Kendinia or the temperament, ne vision, ne temperament, ne character, ne suni ne bino, and dia Ghana for Bejana Wawa too. Dr. Bawumia in this country be him say, ope or my way more politician or yet precise in terms of as or to me ascertain when the beliefs in Dr. Bawumia. And that is why, as a vice president, you didn't know come on sometimes Campo say as a na on Omampeni. It is because some of the most transformational, difficult decisions and combined with a bit taking in 50 years, 60 years, a bit taking. His assertive decision-making character led him to stand firm and took those decisions without any aggression against anybody. And today, Ghana has become a model for so many African countries and even some first world countries as such. When Dr. Bawumia realized, say, Ghana ha etumi kumni. When Dr. Bawumia realized, say, Pemfo a walker na hemachibe tu ewo MBA du Ghana ha utumi esane say hospital and say health center na enyamuja amfa mano. When Dr. Bawumia realized, say, on my way mu obi tumi yare ayemachitre na the health facility bi baby owo asoti edrobi na wewu. And then he noticed, okay, what is the cause? I don't say the road is bad. Into be a walk answer now be in a health center ho now the number the district hospital abeji moja no ne wo kwan so. Okay, it means that we have to construct all the roads in all our communities before we can solve that problem. That is something that is not possible immediately. So Dr. Bawumia sat there and said, how do we fix this whilst we work on the long-term solution? And then he went and introduced the zip line drone system. I ne meno kasi say owoka obi e wo Busa South. Na say eye anti-snake a drone kwa no here e hu hia so be because drone e be deliver man in minutes. I ne awo eka oba e wo ne kura say ayemache 2. Na say awaka no na bibi eye na wa shorty moja drone e di moja ekwakoma no. Embra o de side we buy no. NDC for can say, in fact, NDC women organizer can say, and yeah, the papa biana, that's what he said. Today, even the United Kingdom, UK, I say, you know, Masha here, or more yet, if anything, zipline drone system to deliver health services to their country. UK, I feel on Masha here. As I speak to you, in Abedia dance, you say, Adia Bakwa Babe Boya Maya, SPD up the formalization of our economy. The national ID system. National ID system is okay history. It dates back to Gold Coast independence time. You can't or mine you. Or man penny for by or by activity here. Or mine into me. It took Dr. Bawumia to come and ensure say the national ID system, which is a far advanced ID system than even the ID cards UK name US citizens. No. That is what he's introduced into this country. And today, look at how it is transforming our economy. And then, your friend is saying Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, are driving a lot of young people who have become young CEOs or more e-commerce and running businesses online because of the establishment of the national identification system, which has led to integration and synchronization of all databases. And now national identification card number, and a senator number. And your tax ID number, and I will register with business, and be your bank account, and it be a confidence number for young people to even sit at their homes and run businesses and still do well. That is the kind of transformational leader Dr. Bawumia is. And remember, say, Sanyama we are making one thing. Dr. Bawumia, they were not popular ideas because any car coin, any school dying, any market, any hospital na wusi. Inti nipa ne mfa ne hu inti it takes a while unni akukudro unye decisive and assertive untumi nya saa akukudro ne mfa ye saa implementation and that is the kind of character we have in Dr. Bawumia. For us as a political party, there is no single individual that has taken on the NDC, our opponent, like Dr. Bawumia has. And until I know say NDC for ammunitions ni arsenals ni omo ntoko nyina amo de Dr. Bawumia. In fact, if you am man penny Mahama baby, how many times and what you say Ubi Kasa Waka, Mahama, Nana, Jane, Abaida. Baba me, couldn't say never you position quay. Friend is in the middle of phone, so better Soka, a Kufado Bawumia government, a Kufado Bawumia government, a Kufado Bawumia government. Why? Because Dr. Bawumia has always been a thorn in the flesh of the NDC. Always, all the time. He is the only MPP person without doubt to say he takes the fight to the NDC. And that is the kind of leader that the New Patriotic Party across the country we are looking for. You are responsible for the future and fortunes of our party. As a party people, all of us from the polling station, electoral area, constituency, national, regional, we win together, we lose together. We only need a leader or a level-headed or a sober to be able to drive everybody around the flag of the MPP and appeal to the non-MPP 9% in this country to vote for our party to come to power in the next 2028 elections. You know, his formidability, he is winnable, he is the most prepared. For me, are the three crucial elements a properly Dr. Bawumia ahead of all the others going into the elections. And see, Dr. Bawumia's prime minister not running. It's not just about MPP. It is also as much as about the people of this country as it is about the New Patriotic Party. Because you see, we are 2 in 1. me no ka say candidates almost running now. Why not say our articulate clear cut vision for the people of this country? None. But ene opa for microphone na system Kwabeka Junction, trust whether the business the Dr. Bawumia or bad, then Obayama teacher for they will tell you. Then Obayama nice for they will tell you. Then Obayama my friend is saying minus they will tell you because he has taken his time over the period to articulate what his vision is for the people of this country. Debi Amasama Mekan say we have in Dr. Bawumia a fine balance between a technocrat and a politician. Adebia we have been missing for a very long time as a country. The closest I buy towards getting that was Professor Mills. A friend say when to me anya kwenya anya ni 8 years nyina amanye ankwankusi. We have in Dr. Bawumia that fine balance between a thoroughbred politician and a well cut out technical man who is hands-on or see adwuma say we tu no ho si wo say the new Ghana na dan aniswa opeso de ba no is going to facilitate it, accelerate it, and make sure say in the next few years say you about UK, you about America, you about Germany, you about Finland, Ghana so you bet me then aka just as BBC air reporting drone services in UK almost use Ghana as in front of no. That is where Dr. Bawumia wants to push us. And as a country, I think that on Mampini Mahama Beni area, we have a fine opportunity to also see what Dr. Bawumia has to offer for this country. We don't lose anything. You lose to say, yeah, say, Papi Amaye who clearly say, as a Mampini Abedi no, Unyahwa Quenya Obitma and Yamabi, because Kakeo to me as a vice president, no, it's evident for all of us. Okay. Mahama any area. Let's give Dr. Bawumia also an opportunity to also do it for us. We do this for our future. We do this for our children. We do this for the generations that are behind us. Voting for Dr. Bawumia, no, and it is not for those of us who are alive today. It is for our children, the 5-year-old, the 6-year-old, the 7-year-old, the children unborn who are looking forward to come into the Ghana that is already ready to compete with other countries across the globe, and the leader that can deliver that to us is Dr. Bawumia, and that is why we need to summer. We will say in the midst of all the noise, and they did their question. Party people know are clear in their mind. Say, we have been in this situation before. When we encountered this in 2008 after our loss, and the year between 2008 before we came to power, no, that is what we are going to use as an experience and double it up. So that 2028 here might the best opportunity, no? We can take advantage. NDC are bringing a new candidate. Why would you also want to bring a new candidate? Where is your advantage? NDC kophobia will be any mono. Into what advantage in this would you be any mono beba preko? Send a baya you bet me say 10 steps. Answer no more candidates in the 2 or 6 dada. Because our candidate is already known. We have the biggest opportunity to come to power faster in 2028 with Dr. Bawumia than any other person. Obia to me yamani, obia to me bamani, but ye petumi dia, and then Dr. Bawumia brakwane.
Citizen TV, Accra, Ghana. Citizen TV, the citizen's power.